I wasn't planning to make a comment, I did not intend to say a word. But with the general elections in the air, I thought I should let my voice be heard. This is a time when party supporters with the ability to compose will suddenly become important persons, and the reason everybody knows. Cause politicians who couldn't find your number just a few months ago now sending you WhatsApp messages and plenty emails also. But I have made a firm decision, and certain people ought to be aware that I am walking down a different road, and they better lend me an ear. Just this one last vote I'm giving them. Just one last vote I'm giving them. And it's in the party's best interest to take note. Cause I do not intend to keep on being friend with the tourism minister, who is doing quite well but can't call a hotel on behalf of me and Keisha. Tell me if it's normal for a man to stay loyal to a political party when he can't even raise a little money to pay to record his commentary. But whoever asking if I'm voting them, tell them the answer is yes. But I'm bloody vexed, so I'm voting. Next election's under protest. This is not any willy-nilly song. This comes straight from the horse's mouth. And by that I mean I'm just stating concerns of parties.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Of course, it is all about what is happening on the lovely island of St. Martin. I know some of you missed me. Some of you didn't. It's okay. I'm here. I'm still alive. I wasn't arrested. Nobody took me. I'm here. Take it easy. Just needed to fix some things, production-wise for me to continue bringing you some great stuff for the Late Night Show. So let's get into it, straight into it. Of course, justice is on our mind. And for the right reason, because the end of the month has passed. And Minister of Justice Anna Richardson has not delivered the bags of money to the justice workers, and the police officers are pissed. They're vexed. They want their money. And of course, they have called an emergency meeting for Monday afternoon. Of course, we'll bring you the highlights on Tuesday. But big meeting is taking place. Of course, everybody was talking about justice over the weekend because on Friday, the PR of the Justice Minister decided to air out his frustration on his personal Facebook page. And then quickly regretted it because even though Facebook is not a real place, the people who have accounts are real, and they had to end up, he had to end up taking down the post that he had.
One doesn't understand his job. A sad situation occurred with the PR of justice. I was deeply disappointed that the PR officer of the Minister of Justice found it fit to post what he calls his personal opinion on Facebook with newsletters of Justice News and other matters, and start attacking people and using names that are unbecoming because they express their opinion on a matter that has gone way too far for many years, with the people suffering over the years. All the stories of it's nearly finished, etc., that's political hogwash. As that was also stated last campaign by the then NA Minister of Justice, when he even threw out a 50% payment to employees, and that made him the biggest vote getter the last election. The PR officer was also on that election list. Maybe he forgot that, but he was there. Other ministers have also said many things, but unfortunately, the present minister is boggled up with this problem. So yes, there were other ministers, but the crisis is climaxing now, and this minister will have to face that music. That's the way it is. Now, I have always stood by this Minister of Justice. For one reason or the other, I sincerely believe she's genuine and she truly means the best. Many people don't agree with me on that, and I respect their opinions. I will not call them, what do we call them? The full of shits and the ungrateful. I won't call them that, because I believe that the minister is genuine and she is really trying her utmost best to get it done. So that is what I saw in that piece. Now, I never expected that this young man, which I have always held in high regard, would have done what he did. But I need to give you a piece of advice. This job is not for you. You cannot handle stress nor proper criticism, factual or not. As a PR person, you have to understand that your job is to de-escalate problems, not escalate problems. This present government has lied so often to the people of this country that many don't trust them anymore. And when such a statement is made by the PR of the Justice Minister, who is also well aware that March 31st, 2023 was a hard deadline, we gotta understand that something is going to give. When you make a statement and you start calling the lawyer of the union and the president of the union names, please understand that you're not de-escalating a problem, you're only escalating the problem. The comments on Facebook were very, very clear. And you know what you did. To then come back and say, I stand by what I said, but I could have said it different. And then remove your post and say, yes, some people convinced you to remove the post, is utter disrespect to those that you did it with. And again, this is my problem here. This is where things go totally wrong. You used to work for the Prime Minister. You left that office and you joined the team of justice. I don't know what happened. I don't know if anything even happened. But you have a company. You have a PR company that works for the government. And when you start giving your personal opinion, that is the opinion of that company that you own. And if the Minister of Justice does not terminate the contract with you and your company, then the Justice Minister has just sanctioned what you did. And I truly hope she does not do that. Because if she does, moving forward, I will look at the Minister of Justice through a different pair of lenses. And I don't think that's going to be good for none of us. I don't believe at one point that you are genuine with what you said in your closing remarks about you could have said it different. You said what you said. Who made you say that is still the question. That's what we have to really find out. Who made you do this? I don't think that an educated person like you would jump and become so emotional and make such a dumb statement. Because the statement was dumb, outright dumb. Your bread is buttered, my brother. It's buttered on both sides. These officers put their lives on the line every day for our safety and our security. And you basically start mopping the floor with them. because a deadline given cannot be met, don't blame them for that. Don't tell me that the employees working in justice also deserve a raise. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is an agreement was made. And if the agreement cannot be lived up to, then the minister should do the honorable thing and call in the union, call in their lawyer, explain the situation, make a goodwill payment, and set a new deadline. But not even the Lands Research or the immigration had placement letters. And it was promised that everybody would have had it. I'm not even going to talk about copy and paste and the mistakes that were made. That's not relevant right now. Because you tried. I'll say that much. They tried. But unfortunately, it is not ready. And it ain't going to be ready for a while. Where the money be on the budget is also to be seen. But again, that doesn't justify your behavior. Instead of you de-escalating this problem, you have escalated it completely. And we shouldn't be talking about who's full of shit. And we shouldn't be talking about who's ungrateful. We should be talking about who's incompetent. And that's you, sir. You're incompetent for this job. You should seek another job, maybe go write some editorials and work up some stress levels that one day you come back, you can do this job right. But for now, the Minister of Justice has no other alternative but to fire the PR company that you represent that put out that statement on Facebook, because that's not personal. You were speaking on behalf of the government of St. Martin as the PR officer of the Ministry of Justice. You can twist it any way you want. That's what it was. So what happens now with the police and the justice workers? Because that can be another problem now. Push aside the PR. We got a problem that a deadline, a hard deadline that was agreed upon, if my memory serves me well, also with the Minister of Justice, the Chief of Police, and the Governor. I think all of those people had conversations, and then the Governor and the lawyer had conversations. I don't know if the union was there, and a new deadline from March 15th to March 31st was reached. These are things that were in the media. And police officers were upset that they had even given in on the 15th. And do you understand now why they're upset? Because come the 31st, they were made the jackal. Oh, they got their all fools day present. Factual. They didn't get no money. They were supposed to have money before the 31st of March. They didn't get a red cent. Some of them didn't even get a placement letter. And those that got placement letters got them full of mistakes. So again, you see, this is the problem that you now get in a whole different, from the people them, that things are no good. And I honestly hope that we're not going to have industrial actions by the justice workers. But if I can follow the lawyer and the union, that's going to be evident. It's going to happen. And I hope that the government steps in before it happens and comes to a consensus with these workers. And right now, the only consensus you are going to reach with them is you're going to have to pay them. You have to pay them something. You cannot come back and say, well, I'm going to do it the right way and I'm going to do it. That is over. Station passé. Because, Minister, if you keep that tune, you're going to be sent home. You're going to be sent home. And your coalition is going to send you packing. Because politically, you can't hold it no more. You can't hold this no more. Politically, this is a dead animal now. You're all going to have to give in to the police, or you're all going to have a serious, serious problem on your hands. Please, take some good advice from somebody looking on from the outside. Many police are tired now. They're really tired. They believe that they have given their utmost and they have been told stories, because factual they haven't gotten anything yet. All that has been done has not led to the one thing they want: a proper function placement with their pay. That's all they want. They're not interested in all the other legalities because that does nothing for them really. It doesn't.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.